Welcome to Sounds of Stillness. If this audio helps you, please subscribe for more audios in the future. And if you have the means, please consider leaving a small donation. Just remember to prioritize your own finances first. Do not listen to this audio if you are driving or operating dangerous machinery. Make sure you're in a quiet, comfortable place before we begin. I want to invite you to listen closely to the story you're about to hear. Within these words, you'll find metaphors and images that are more than just part of a tale. They're gentle guides, helping you to relax and drift deeper into a state of calm. As you listen, allow yourself to become absorbed in the details, the characters, the places. Notice how each part of the story seems to resonate with your own thoughts and feelings, leading you naturally into a peaceful, relaxed state. Let the story carry you, knowing that every word, every metaphor is designed to guide you further into trance, where you can simply let go and allow your mind to wander. Imagine you and I are walking together through a peaceful meadow. The sun is gently warming the air, and a soft breeze carries the scent of wildflowers. The grass beneath our feet is lush and green, and the sound of a nearby stream adds a soothing melody to the scene. As we walk, I notice a small path winding through the meadow, the kind of path that makes you wonder where it leads. Much like the stories we've shared today. This place, I say, reminds me of a story about a journey, one filled with choices, winding paths, and the search for something just out of reach. The flowers swaying in the breeze seem to reflect the rhythm of the tale, moving gently as if guided by some unseen hand. I pause for a moment, turning to you with a gentle smile. It's interesting how stories can blend with places like this, I say. The way a simple path can remind us of choices we've made, or how the quiet of a meadow can hold echoes of past journeys. We walk on, side by side, the peacefulness of the meadow wrapping around us, inviting us to explore further. There's no rush, no need to hurry, just the quiet path ahead. The soft grass underfoot, and the soothing sound of the stream nearby. This is a place where thoughts can settle, where the mind can wander freely, much like those who walk the paths in stories. And as we continue, let me share with you one such tale, one that feels right at home here, among the gentle folds of the meadow. Samuel had always been drawn to hidden places, to the mysteries that lay just beyond the reach of everyday life. One evening, as twilight settled over the town, he found himself wandering through a quiet street lined with old buildings. Among them, one shop stood out, its sign barely legible, weathered by time, the path to peace. The door creaked as he pushed it open, revealing a dimly lit interior filled with the scent of aged wood and forgotten memories. An elderly woman with silver hair and kind eyes sat behind the counter, a soft smile on her lips. "Welcome, Samuel," she said, as if she had known him all his life. "You've come a long way to find this place." Startled, Samuel wondered how she knew his name. But before he could ask, the woman reached beneath the counter and produced a small, worn book. This is the story of Samantha, a young woman who embarked on a journey not unlike yours. Her path may reveal the answers you seek. Taking the book, Samuel felt an inexplicable connection to it, as if he had always known this story. The woman gestured to a comfortable chair in the corner. "Sit and read, but remember, Samantha's story is more than just words. It is a guide, a reflection, a mirror to your own journey." Samuel sat down and opened the book. As he began to read, the world around him seemed to fade, the lines between reality and story blurring until he was fully immersed in Samantha's tale. Samantha walked along a narrow path, winding through an ancient forest, the trees towering above her, their branches weaving together to form a dense canopy. The air was cool and still, filled with the earthy scent of moss and fallen leaves. Samantha had heard of the place deep within this forest, a sanctuary where thoughts could be neatly arranged, where peace could be found amid the chaos. It was said that those who reached this place would be free from worry, able to let go of all that troubled them. As she ventured deeper into the forest, the path began to twist and turn, each bend leading to another, until Samantha could no longer tell which direction she was heading. The trees seemed to close in around her, their shadows growing longer, darker. She paused at a crossroads. To her left, the path led into a thick grove where the darkness was almost palpable. To her right, the path seemed to open up, leading toward a distant glimmer of light. Samantha hesitated, unsure of which way to go. The choice felt important, as if it would determine the outcome of her journey. She decided to follow the light, hoping it would lead her closer to the sanctuary she sought. As Samantha continues her journey, I can't help but notice how peaceful you seem as you listen. Your eyelids may feel a bit heavier now, and with each word, you might find yourself sinking a little deeper into that quiet, restful place within. The story, like the meadow we're walking through, has a way of guiding you gently along, soothing and calm, with no need to hurry. This meadow reminds me so much of the forest Samantha walked through, both places filled with the sounds of nature, the soft rustling of leaves, the way the light filters through the trees. The sun here, like in the story, is beginning to set, casting long shadows across the grass, warming the earth one last time before night falls. It's getting late, and the sky is changing, softening into twilight. The colors are rich, deepening from gold to pink to soft purples, just like the calm that's settling over you now. As the sun dips lower, you might feel yourself becoming even more relaxed. Your thoughts slowing, your body growing heavy with that familiar, sleepy feeling. There's something comforting about the way the day ends, don't you think? Just like the path Samantha follows, winding and uncertain, leading her toward a place of rest. Your own path is leading you towards sleep. The meadow, the forest, the story, they all blend together. A gentle reminder that it's time to let go, to unwind, and to drift toward rest as the day softly slips away. Take a moment to enjoy this peaceful feeling, knowing that there's no rush, no need to do anything except continue to relax. As we walk through this twilight meadow together, feel the calm deepening, the warmth of the sun fading into the coolness of the evening, guiding you effortlessly towards sleep. Now, let's return to Samuel's story to see what happens as he reflects on Samantha's journey. Samuel paused in his reading, his eyes lingering on the page as he reflected on what he had just read. The image of Samantha standing at the crossroads stayed with him. He could almost feel her hesitation, the weight of the decision she had to make. The path she followed was winding and uncertain, much like his own journey. Samuel thought back to the times he had faced similar choices, unsure of which way to go, hoping that the path he chose would lead him to where he needed to be. The woman behind the counter watched Samuel as he read, her expression calm and knowing. "The path she walks is not unlike your own," she said softly. "Sometimes the choices we make seem insignificant, but they lead us to where we need to be." Samuel nodded, still absorbed in the story. He could feel the pull of the narrative, the way it mirrored his own thoughts and experiences. He turned the page, eager to see where Samantha's journey would take her next. As Samantha stepped forward, the ground beneath her feet shifted, and suddenly, she was no longer in the forest. The path had transformed, leading her to a village shrouded in mist, where nothing was quite as it seemed. Samantha found herself in a small, silent village, its streets winding and narrow, the buildings old and worn. The mist clung to the air, making everything appear hazy and indistinct. The village felt both welcoming and unsettling, as if it held secrets that were better left undiscovered. As Samantha walked through the streets, she noticed that the paths seemed to change with each step she took. No matter which direction she chose, she always found herself back where she started. The villagers were kind, but offered little help, their words vague and contradictory. Each answer they gave seemed to lead to more questions, and Samantha began to feel as though she were walking in circles, trapped in a maze with no exit. The more she tried to understand, the more lost she became. Her thoughts spiraled as she wandered, until she found herself standing before an old, weathered well in the center of the village. The water inside the well was still, reflecting the grey sky above. Samantha gazed into its depths, hoping to find clarity, but all she saw was her own reflection, distorted by the ripples in the water. It was then that she realized the village wasn't just a place. It was a reflection of her own mind, filled with the confusion and doubts she carried with her. The only way out was to let go, to trust the path even when she couldn't see where it led. Closing her eyes, Samantha took a deep breath. When she opened them again, the mist had cleared, the village was gone, and she was once more on the path through the forest. The choice before her was no longer a question of left or right, but of trust and acceptance. She continued forward, the sanctuary now in sight. Samuel read on, captivated by Samantha's journey. He felt a deep connection to her experience, as if her story mirrored his own in ways he couldn't fully explain. The shop around him seemed to fade, replaced by the images of the forest and the village, the paths twisting and turning, leading both of them to the sanctuary they sought. But as Samuel turned the page, he realized that the story was leading him somewhere too. The shopkeeper's words echoed in his mind. "The path she walks is not unlike your own." Samuel looked up, noticing a door at the back of the shop that hadn't been there before. It was slightly ajar, revealing a faint light beyond it. Without hesitation, he stood and walked toward the door, feeling the pull of the path ahead. Stepping through the door, Samuel found himself in a clearing, much like the one Samantha had reached. Before him stood a small, ancient temple, its stone walls weathered by time, but still standing strong. The door creaked open as he approached, revealing a quiet, serene space within. The air was cool, filled with the scent of aged wood and calmness. Inside, Samuel found a low table with a small, unmarked box resting on it. As he opened the box, he felt the weight of his thoughts, his worries, his dreams, everything that had been cluttering his mind. The box was empty, but he knew it was meant to hold these things, to give them a place where they could rest, neatly organized, waiting for when they were needed. He placed the box back on the table. feeling a deep sense of peace wash over him. The confusion of the winding paths, the mystery of the village, the twists and turns, all of it had led him here, to this place of quiet, of order, of rest. As the story of Samuel and Samantha comes to a close, you and I continue our walk through the meadow. The grass is soft beneath our feet, the breeze gentle and cool. The sun is lower now, casting a warm golden light across the meadow. The flowers sway lazily in the breeze, their soft colors blending into the horizon. The sounds of the stream are still there, soothing and calm, like a gentle lullaby. As we walk, I point out a small clearing ahead, where the grass is even softer, almost inviting you to lie down. This place, I say, reminds me of the peace Samuel found in that old temple, where all his thoughts and worries were gently placed in a small, unmarked box. The meadow, too, can hold your thoughts, your dreams, your worries, keeping them safe and sound as you rest. You feel the calmness of the meadow deepening, the sense of serenity growing with each step. The warmth of the sun, the soft rustle of the breeze, the gentle melody of the stream, all of it combines to create a feeling of complete relaxation. The story of Samuel and Samantha lingers in the back of your mind, like a comforting presence. But it begins to fade, just as the sun slowly dips below the horizon. I pause, turning to you with a gentle smile. This meadow, like Samuel's temple, is a place where everything finds its order, where everything is at peace. You can let go now, just as Samuel did, allowing your mind to settle, your thoughts to rest. The day is done, and there's nothing more you need to do. Just let the calm of the meadow surround you, embrace you, and guide you into a deep, restful sleep. We find a place to sit, the grass soft and cool beneath us. The world around us grows quieter, the colors of the meadow softening into twilight. The breeze slows, the stream murmurs gently, and the stars begin to twinkle faintly in the sky. This is a place of rest, a place where dreams can gently unfold, where the stories of the day can find their place in the peaceful order of the night. As you lie down in the soft grass, I speak softly, my voice blending with the sounds of the meadow. Let the calm wash over you, like the gentle waves of a still pond. Let the warmth of the day drift away, replaced by the cool embrace of night. And as you close your eyes, feel the peace of this place, the way everything has its place, just as it should be. You are safe, you are calm, and you're ready to drift into sleep. The meadow is quiet now, the last rays of sunlight slipping away. The stars above are bright, twinkling gently, as if watching over you. The meadow holds you, cradles you, as you sink deeper into relaxation, deeper into sleep. The story of Samuel and Samantha fades into the background, their journeys complete, their paths leading to rest, just as yours does now. Sleep well, I whisper, and let the calm of this place carry you through the night. Everything is in its place, and you can rest easy, knowing that tomorrow will bring new light, new paths, and new peace. But for now, simply sleep, and dream, and rest.